Jesus is baptized by the River Jordan. And out of these clouds come this voice, and it says, "You are my beloved Son, in whom I'm wonderfully pleased." So that's the story. Here's the truth about us. You are beloved, in whom God is wonderfully pleased. It's about two things. It's about you are loved, and then the other thing, which is the hardest thing for human beings to believe, you are liked. God is wonderfully pleased. And we all think, oh no, you've gone too far now. I think we all believe that we're loved by God. We don't believe that we're liked, that somehow God is wonderfully pleased with us. I don't know why that is. And it may account for the reason why it's hard to like some people, because we don't really believe that in the end that we're likable. That's the truth. So we can say, I love everybody here, but I don't like him, I don't like her, I don't like her, I don't like him. And that's sort of how we are as human beings. We wait for people to become likable so that we can like them. Now, love's not a feeling, it's a decision. You decide to love. Why wouldn't like be the same thing? If you decide to like people, suddenly your world will absolutely change. So there he was at Camp David Gonzalez on Sunday, saying Mass there in the cold-ass gym. I mean, you could see your breath, it was so cold. And all these homies are there. And at the sign of peace, thank you. The sign of peace, I'm shaking hands with everybody. They're staying seated, and they're shaking hands with each other and reaching behind, the row to shake hands. They're supposed to stay in their seats for security purposes. So I'm going to this one row, and I'm shaking the front row seat, shaking their hands, and then I get to the last guy, and I have to wait for him because he's reached behind to shake hands with this guy in the second row. And he extends his hand, and the guy in the second row looks at him at first and goes to shake his hand, and before they shake hands, the guy in the front row goes like this and pulls back and doesn't shake his hand. I go, "Híjole, ¿qué pasó? What's that?" He looks at me, shakes my hand, and he says, "I just don't like him." Well, later on, an hour later, I'm about to leave, and I see the guy who flipped off, the guy in the second row, and he's mopping the entrance of the whole institution. And I go up to him, I shake his hand, I say goodbye. I said, "Let me give you some advice. It takes so much energy to dislike this guy. Try something. Decide to like him, and watch what happens." He goes, "I'll think about that." I start to walk away, and he says, "I still don't like him, though." I don't know. I give up. You are beloved, in whom God is wonderfully pleased. It's tough to believe all of that. You can believe in your head that you're loved, but boy is it hard to believe that God is wonderfully pleased. God delights in you. That's the truth. And it takes a lot of energy not to like people. So try this on for size. Choose somebody here and say, "I've decided to like that person." Watch what happens. Watch how you're relieved. Watch how you are released and freed. Watch. For you are the beloved community, as Martin Luther King used to say, in whom God is wonderfully pleased.